Doesn't matter.
So what is it? What creates this?
Okay, there's an old saying that the road to hell pays the sidewalk on that road. Alright. That's what moves you down that hill. That's what takes you down to that road of destruction.
Is that
Well, hello, everybody. Welcome to another edition of Grizzly on the Hot with Psychic Medium Kelly Joe. Hello, Gary. Hello, Gene. Hello, Appalachian Tales of Terror with Jimmy. War Criminal. Hello there. Let's see who else is sliding in here. Let's see here. We got Crystal. All right. Everybody's sliding in. Hopefully everybody's having a great Tuesday. So, Gene, yes. So, how's everybody's Tuesday? How's your Tuesday going there, Kelly Joe?
Good.
Good. Mine's going wonderful. Can't complain, like always. Weather's great, Northern Kentucky. Hey, Carol, welcome there. Liana King, everybody. Charles Rudd and Kimmy Corpse, welcome to the show there. So what is today's flavor for the show, Kelly?
We are going to talk about past lives.
Past lives. Everybody always, Penny Van, welcome. So everybody in casting, everybody always talks about, what about, hello there, Eric, about their past lives. So what is it about people's past lives that they're always curious about?
Well, it's remembrance of your soul and being in another lifetime. You can have dreams about it, and you can remember things about other lives that you can't possibly, remember without being incarnated and living that life. There's been little stories of, there was a story of a little boy that kept talking about a World War II plane. He was only 3 years old. And there's no way a little baby would know about a World War II plane. And he kept drawing it and everything. Like the llamas believe that the llama is reincarnated, and then they choose little kids that have been reincarnated to be the llama.
Yes, interesting. Yeah, they actually had a TV show out there for a while about children.
Yes.
Being reincarnated and how they would tell their stories about, I used to be an airplane pilot in World War II.
Right.
And yeah, so that was very interesting. I actually watched several episodes of that.
I did
That was
too.
fascinating.
It was so fascinating. Like a little girl was reincarnated, and she knew where she lived. She went, and her husband was still alive, and she was reincarnated. That was freaky. Remember that one?
Yes. Yes. I mean, how can you explain that, right?
You can't. You can't possibly make it up. And I believe it has to do with reincarnating. We come here, we decide what we want to do, and then we forget, and then we learn our life lessons. We choose our family, we choose where we're born on the earth, we choose our diseases, we choose our life lessons, we choose our moms, we choose our dads, we choose our family, we choose our friends, we choose everything we get before we get here.
That's interesting.
I kept remembering a time in England, and a friend did research, and I really did live back then. I had 8 kids, and my husband got ran over by a lorry.
What? Wow.
Found the grave sites, found the, all the children and all that. It was way back in the 1800s. And that was really neat.
Wow.
I can remember another lifetime where I was a barmaid and I served beer. It was like, and I wore a lederhosen.
Oh, die sprechen Sie Deutsch, meine Freundin.
Yeah, there you go. Yep. And then
hello, Rita.
I used to do work with a friend that was called, his name was Steve Molnar, and we do past life regressions. And I remembered a past life of Atlantis, and I go in and I go, there's the Crystal City, and how all the islands got destroyed. The one time it got destroyed of natural disaster, and then the last time it got destroyed because they made this giant laser beam and they blew the doggone thing up and it sunk beneath the ocean. That's what happened to Atlantis.
Wow. There's a lot of theories about that. That's interesting.
So if you guys remember times of being reincarnated, put it in your notes over there in the comments. Do you remember a time when you were in a past life?
I really don't recall any off the top of my head. I mean, I have dreams before when I was younger, but I didn't think anything about it. I didn't put 2 and 2 together, with everything going on in life as you get older, right?
Yeah.
Has anybody else thought about that? I'm trying to catch up to the comments.
Well, then the Nita wants to know what she was in her past life. I don't know where that went.
Let's see here. Lauren, Kelly, can you tell me who I was in my past life?
Well, the one that I'm picking up on, she was like a Victorian lady in Alabama times. With the bump behind her and the parasol and all that.
Eric
Back in
says,
the 1800s.
That's interesting. Eric Thompson, I have a lot, it seems like I keep coming back, he says.
Well, we choose to.
Liana King, I wish I could so badly. Unfortunately, I have no dreams or memories. Anything on her?
Well, she feels like we change our sexes sometimes. She feels like she was like a hunter, like a trapper back in the 1800s, and she was a man. She had black hair up in the Yukon. 1700s, 1800s.
Lauren says, I was told I live in the Victorian area. See, Kelly, they said my husband was a wild horse trainer. What's funny about that, my father was a horse trainer. That's interesting.
It carries on. That you can see the lineage carrying through.
Appalachian and Tales of Terror. I feel like I was born at the wrong time. Is that possible?
Yep. Absolutely.
Wow. Interesting. Okay, I'm going through the comments, ladies and gentlemen. Bear with me. Alan 62, I had about 2 or maybe 3 deja vu, but now I believe that these were put there.
Yes. Deja vu is you go into the timeline continuum forward, and then you know what's going to happen.
Yes, no, damn, I was sexy. Liana King says, that's crazy. Thanks, Kelly. You made me laugh, Liana.
And I remember another lifetime where I had back in the day, it wasn't sexual. They used to have men benefactors, and they would pay for you to live and travel. And I had like bloomers that I'd wear and gaucho pants, and I'd travel all over the place.
That's something else.
You know, I'd ride camels, I ride horses, went to Cameroon in that lifetime, and Morocco, and the pyramids of Giza, and all that.
That's
then,
cute.
I remember another lifetime we got in trouble. We were Egyptian little girls. I was with a girlfriend, and we were laughing, and we got in trouble for laughing at the heavy-set people.
Ah.
We had to put oil on them and had to feed them, and
what?
Yeah, so we were
what
like,
do you mean you had to put oil on them?
Well, like massage and stuff. Way back in Egyptian times.
Oh, okay. Hello there, Jessica Garcia. Welcome to the show. Anna D. Kelly Joe, what do you pick up for me, please? And thank you.
She lived in a house in New York, and it had like a atrium in it. And it's way back in the like 1800s, and she came from a wealthy family. And she was one of the few people that were educated, you know, like could go to school, because back then you couldn't go to school. And she feels like she was in psychiatry. So she was like a trailblazer.
Interesting. Lauren says, I guess my past life explains why I love anything to do with the Victorian era.
Oh, yeah. I have a past life where I love the Victorian era. I love the high neck collars and the parasols and the long dresses. And
Amy, how much are we doomed to repeat ourselves?
If you don't learn, you do.
Eric, I got a bad mental picture. Thank you. You know, I got Kelly Joe sitting in front of me. Thanks, Eric. Appreciate that. Colleen Yates. Hi, I would love to know if there's anything or any messages from the spirit realm coming through. Thank you.
Your grandmother is with you on your mom's side, and she hangs out on the left-hand corner of the living room. And then why the bathroom, I have no idea, but she likes to hang out in the bathroom.
Interesting.
So let us know what you when I do this.
Yes, Colleen, some feedback would be greatly appreciated. Hello, Judy. Welcome to the show. Even Jessica says she's really into the Renaissance area. Oh my God, my dog always is staring that direction. Oh, and we see orbs.
Yeah, that's your mom, grandmom.
Speaking of orbs, I was told to ask you about this. Okay. So when I was in Louisville, Kentucky, sitting there on the couch before I did a live show, I saw I thought it was a firefly. That's how bright it was. It did a 9 up in the corner. And it was, you know, I don't have a pen, but when I used to do field sobriety tests, you know, the pen light.
Right.
That's how bright it was. And it was orange and yellow all in one. And it streaked.
Okay, and like it was riding in the air. I see it.
Yes, like a 9.
Yeah, that was a symbolization of the night. Something's going to happen in 9 days, 9 weeks, or 9 years.
Wait a minute. What day was that? I need a calendar. Hold up.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to mess you up.
Wait a minute. That was. Stand by, ladies and gentlemen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I just got the call today. That was 9 days.
Well, there you go.
That was 9 days.
Well, there you go.
Can you believe that?
Yes.
I cannot believe that. That was 9 days ago.
That was spirit showing you what was going to happen in 9 days. And they had to light it in front of you and write it in front of you. There's the writing on the wall. Bada boom, bada bang.
I cannot believe it. It literally flipped me out. I mean, ladies and gentlemen, I sat there.
You should be used to yourself by now. You get stuff like that all the time.
I cannot believe that.
Calm down, boo-boo.
Wow. I got some really good news today, ladies and gentlemen. Very, very excellent news. I can say that. I waited 4 years for it. Anyways, back to the show. Sorry, I didn't mean somebody told me next time I was supposed to ask her yesterday on the show and I forgot. But isn't that weird how it worked out to today?
It's synchronistical.
Wow. Yolanda, do you see anything in my past lives?
You were a Victorian gentleman and you were a doctor. I'm picking up all on the 1800s tonight. I don't know why. In the 1800s, and you were a renowned doctor, a French doctor.
Doctor, give me the news. Oh, oui. Wow. Yolanda. Start calling you Dr. Yolanda. 369 universal numbers. You know, Yolanda, that actually it really disturbed me when I saw that because it was so distinctive. It literally looked like somebody was like, "Hello, look at me."
Well, they couldn't get your attention any other way.
And it looked like somebody took one of my pens and did a number 9 literally in front of me in a corner.
I see it. And orange and yellow.
Yes.
Bright light, like light up light.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it tripped me out right for the show because everybody on the show in the green room was like, "What's wrong with you?" I'm like, "I don't know what I just saw." And we talked about it for like 2 minutes before we went live. You're welcome, Yolanda. That's interesting. Start calling you Dr. Yolanda. So who else I must have missed? I know I'll miss somebody.
Yeah, you missed a lot of them. I'm trying to look.
Give you that man pen. Give that man a pen, right? Amy, I'm telling you, it takes. Well, it don't take a lot to get me, but that night, anyways.
Okay.
Nilda, anything on me on a past life?
It's back in Western times, and you were a brothel owner, and you were the lady madam. You made all the money, but you did good works. You helped the town.
Interesting.
And then somebody's mad at me because I didn't give them a long enough answer.
That must be Amy. Is it Amy?
Yep, Amy WC.
How did I know? I didn't even see it. Amy, I just felt some. So what's your question? Hello, Godhead Testify. Welcome to the show. Long time no see. Where have you been? All right, Amy. So what's your question, dear? We'll get you straightened out.
And then anybody else that wants me to do a reading on them, please put it back in the comments.
Yeah, War Criminal does. War Criminal wants a whack about his past lives.
He was a soldier. And
wow.
he was in like the Civil War, and he was a blue coat.
Wow. Is that why you picked out the name War Criminal?
I mean, not because of War Criminal. That ain't why I said that. That has nothing to do with
I'm talking to him.
His name. But yeah, he was a blue coat. And
Okay,
he
here
was
we
quite
go.
high ranking. And he was really good with the musket shot.
Well, that's interesting.
And he was a good strategist.
Interesting.
All right. And then there's a Crystal J. What was she, please?
Yes.
Oh, you were burned at the witch trials.
Whoa.
Yeah, whoa.
Oh, that's something. Jessica Garcia. I love to hear what I was in a past life. This is fun.
You were a gypsy, and you went in a caravan. And then I also see you as you went, boy, you traveled a lot. And then you went across the Oregon Trail and you lived on the prairie.
Jessica Garcia. And then we got Aussie Sue.
You were an Aboriginal healer woman.
Well,
Just
that's
because you are connected to Australia, that's your homeland. You've lived there a long time. And you're an old soul and you're very psychic. And then you also were a gentleman and you traveled and you were on here in America and you did a train. You did the steam train. You were a conductor of a steam train. The person that operated the steam locomotive.
Interesting. Kathy A.
You lived in France. You were a woman and you were an artist.
Oh, that's interesting.
Early 1900s.
Colleen Yates in the past.
Rancher. A male rancher. You owned acres and acres and acres in it, and it was a family-owned ranch, hundreds of years. You had dark hair and brown eyes. You loved the land.
Penny Van. I'd love to know how many times I've been alive.
Many. You've been around here a lot. You've reincarnated a lot. I feel like you were a Native American in Canada, and you were, it looks like Cree and Blackfoot.
Interesting. Let's see here. Yeah, I see Lady Wolf. I took care of her on the other side. Nilda says, Kelly Joe, last night I asked you about my youngest daughter, if she'll have a baby, but you didn't get to my answer.
Yes, I did. I told you that she'd have a little girl.
So yes, I thought we did.
Me and Peter both answered you.
Yes. Jess Garcia, and yeah, Richard. We'll take care of that there. Well, there we
Not
go.
allowed to do this. She's Catholic.
That's okay.
Yep. We have people
you know
that are
what? There's a lot of things that I believe in too, and it's all right. Roger may be scared to figure out who was in my past life. The majority of my family come from Scotland and Ireland, with some English and Native American.
You really
a lot of
did.
hot and hard heads in my family.
You were a brawler, and you're fighting Irish. You were a brawler in the bar, and you did own a bar. A pub.
Well, why does that not surprise me, Roger?
A pub. It's a pub, not a bar. But I bet if he does Ancestry, he'll find the bar.
That would be interesting, Let's see here. Godhead testify. I'd love to hear about my paranormal chats.
What?
No, what are you talking about, Godhead?
You mean the ghost you've met? I don't know what he means.
Amy wants to know when she was a pope.
Yeah, you was. You were in the papacy. You were under the Pope.
And Kelly Jo, what was I in a past life? Rosemary Ottoman.
You were a nun. A cloistered nun.
Kelly Jo, what was Grizzly in a past life?
You were a Friar Tuck monk.
A monk?
Yep, a friar.
Wow. And let's see here. Gary Spike Sr., what was he in a previous life?
In the 1800s, he was a political figure, and he ran a town. He was a governor of a town.
Oh, that's interesting.
Like a western town, like Colorado or something.
Dee Crosling, what was she in a past life?
She was in mercantile business, and she was a female. It was a family-owned business, and it looks like in another country. It's like maybe England.
Roger Blair, oh my God, LOL. I can believe that. A lot of my family would fight at drop of a hat. Penny Van, Planet, the First Nations Canada Creek Blackfoot past life shocks me. Amy, I wanted to be the cloistered nun. Wow.
Sorry.
You got me laughing on that, Amy.
Me gets what I gets.
So let's see here.
Did we get everybody?
Standing Stones, 100% Irish DNA results, all Northwest Central Ireland. That's interesting.
Cool.
What do you mean, Jeannie? You see me as a friar monk? What the heck? Do what? Godhead, paranormal chats. I had a super interesting investigation with love info. You can get on that if anything pops up.
All
what
right.
do you mean? I guess she had a conversation or something came up during an investigation then.
Oh, you mean that she got voices on a recorder? Is that what she's asking about?
I think.
She had an intelligent hunting and you had answers in response.
Thanks, Eric. Eric's laughing.
But there was like 5 intelligent beings there that you were talking to, 3 women and a man, and then another man.
Lisa Bennett. Who was I?
I see you in China, and you were like a martial artist and a teacher, and then you used to do the stories of history in Oriental paintings.
That's interesting. Yeah, Godhead testifying. This is so interesting. It is. Denise, can you see me as a nun? D says, well, I am in the UK. Penny Van, every single person with sight has told me I had many, many lives. I had people come up with me and tell me that I never knew that I even asked. Hello, Lala. Welcome to the
Hi,
show.
Lala.
Welcome, welcome. Raymond, here we go. What was I in my past life?
You were like a Bugsy Malone. You know, back in the early 1900s, you robbed banks.
Oh.
Bank robber.
Raymond, take a walk on the dark side.
Because I'm
Even
seeing
though-
like an old Model T and shootouts with the cops and robbing with the bandanas and
no monk vibes over at Grizzly. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Gary wanted to know Grizz. I know.
how funny.
I bet Grizz was one of the first people who know to ride a unicycle. Yeah, y'all crack me up about bikes.
But this is just a peek into just a little bit, you know.
Nana Cam, what was I in a past life?
I just see you as a gentleman living in a cabin with a beard and a mustache, reddish blonde hair. You know, you just lived a nice, quiet life.
Poor Crystal. She says, hey, now, if I burn at the witch trials, did I at least curse the town?
Yeah, you did. You were PO'd.
Yes, I do have my holy water. I got plenty of it. I never go far without it. So, absolutely. Judy Greenfield.
She was a midwife in England.
Interesting. So when I'm calling out these names, are they just like you get pictures or?
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm seeing like an image.
Well, that's interesting. Crystal, you cursed us all.
Oopsie.
Alan 62. I must have missed him.
Okay. He was a psychiatrist during Jung, you know, Jungian theory and all that.
Yes.
So that's what I see for him. And he worked in a mental institution.
Interesting.
It was a woman who passed on local connected to her. Yes, multiple. Don't want to say too much because recently passed. Yes, it was confirmation so that she can move on. So she's no longer stuck there because she was stuck.
Identity, but cause of death. I'm curious if you know how the ending went.
I feel like water in my throat. I feel like drowning. I don't know if it was pneumonia or drowned. Oh. Don't make me feel it. Thank you. Sorry, just a minute. I got jumped.
Sure.
Sometimes the spirit will jump you. Stop it. There.
Oh, that's terrible.
Oh, it happens sometimes. Enough. Okay.
Lala, my past life's play. Any of hers?
You were in Egypt and you did the carvings on the walls.
Oh, Lala, interesting. Hey, Samantha, welcome to the show. Gene Hudson, gangsta. Thank you, Lala. Thank you. Yeah, so we do have a gangster in the audience tonight. Sam, you gonna take him out or what now? Come on now, come on.
Right. Bang, bang, shoot him up and rob the banks.
I know it, right? Then we got somebody burned at the stake. Then we got somebody knocking out the walls in the tombs in Egypt. So,
Doing all the
Kelly,
inscriptions.
yeah, Kelly Elliott. It was the anniversary of my uncle's death the other day. Does he have any messages for me, by the way?
He says keep moving forward. Don't get stuck in the past. That's what he's saying.
Can I be the bank robbing the nun?
That did happen. Oh, the Lauren, but I can't pronounce her name.
Lauren.
She lived in Venice.
She said she also felt the drowning too. So.
Yeah, for that lady that was passed on.
All right, Denise. Hello, Nana Voss. Welcome there. All right, did I miss Denise? Oh, Denise. Yes, there we go. What about her?
I see her living on an island in like the Pacific, like Polynesia. So I see her of being Polynesian heritage.
Interesting.
Karen Clayton, let's see.
Yes.
Oh, you were Peruvian.
Interesting, Karen. Welcome to the show, Nana Boss. Nice to have you. I'm starting to try to click through here.
Okay.
Hello, Lorna. Welcome to the show there. Let's see here. Got Denise there. Let's see here. Oh, Nana Boss. Okay. Past lives for her, please.
She had a short life in the 1920s. She was a bookie and she got killed.
Ah! Poor Nanny, you got what? Nay, gone.
Didn't pay out when she was supposed to pay. He was supposed to pay. He was a skinny little guy, and he didn't pay out. He kept money and pilfered money, and he got in trouble.
I don't mean to laugh, Nana Voss. Lala, I actually have a little Egyptian heritage. Wow, that's interesting.
Cool beans.
Are our thoughts about our past lives rewrite anything? Amy wants to know.
Yes. You move forward.
Interesting. There's had paranormal activity not long ago in my house, sitting on the couch. My room business 047 has big loud banging noise. Do you know what that was that came to my house at night and my nose itchy?
Well, that's your itchy noses. There's a spirit around, and it was just a passerby that time. But you're a medium, so spirits are going to come to you, hon.
Hey, Russ Collette, welcome to the show. And anything on Russ Collette?
He was a woman. I don't know where. Black hair, straight hair, bangs.
Can you see Russ with hair?
And I feel like this person died in the 50s, and it was like a drug overdose.
Well, that's not funny.
You know, but he might be older, but I just feel like I don't know if somebody's still alive. I don't know how that works, but that's what I'm seeing.
Yes, Russ is still alive.
No, but he probably was born back.
Oh,
He's probably an older man.
Hello, Claire. Welcome to the show. Nice to have you. All right, let's see here.
Another thing I'm picking up on him, back in the 1700s, I feel like he was a poet too. Very creative.
Wow. Interesting, Russ.
Now, who did we miss?
That's what I'm trying to catch up.
All right. And then did we help that lady that had the paranormal thing?
I think we did.
Okay.
Kimmy Corpse. I must have missed her. Yes.
Okay. I'm seeing South American woman. Indigenous of that South America. And just having a peaceful, plentiful life. But she had lots of kids. She had 8 kids that lifetime.
Oh, wow. Yes, Nana was nodding bookie. She was cooking the books. Ain't that right, Gene?
Yep.
Andy, I just got news. My ex-husband's in the hospital and his heart veins were too small for his heart. He had bad blockage in the main artery. Not sure if something can be done for him. Any insights, please? Anna D, I'm sorry to hear that. Prayers and pure energy going out.
They can do Roto-Rooter.
So, yes.
Yes.
Yeah, you sure did get whacked. So, Kelly Elliott, what did I do in my past life?
You were a news reporter.
And Nana Kim, when you pull out past lives resonates, can you resonate with any future lives too?
Yes, you carry some of that with you.
That's interesting. Nana, have you ever taken bets on the side and you're not telling anybody? Yes. Do you dip in a cookie jar once too many too often? That is funny. So, Samantha Ramos.
I see her as a ferryman on a riverboat.
Really?
Yeah.
And poor Crystal, she is still up on that stake in the fire.
Yep, she's still PO'd.
Yeah, as long as I curse the town for burning me, I'm good with it. Bless her heart. I whacked the Nana ball, so I got the loot. So you're the one that did the whacking, I see.
Yeah, really. There we go. We're getting the whole connection going on here, a whole story.
Yeah, right. We got the whole click here. All right, Clary Riches.
She was an aristocrat in Russia during the Tsar.
Well, that's interesting. Well, Penny Van, I don't look like a monk. So can anyone explain to me who woke me up last week calling out, Patrick? I do not look remotely like a man, LOL.
Why she was calling Patrick? Well,
no, somebody woke her up. Somebody woke her up calling out Patrick. She was sleeping.
Okay, I hear. Well, she was in another state, it was a future name that's going to be important to her.
Uh-oh. Remember that name. Hey, you're don't look at me with those eyes and turn your head cocky or cockeyed it. Let me tell you something. When Kelly Jo tells me something and I used to laugh at her, I don't laugh anymore. So yes, I'm telling you, I used to thought she was cuckoo. And there you go, Russ. I can see you with dreadlocks. So he's bald like me. So he's laughing right now. Yeah. Lauren, can you tell me what my husband was in a past life? His name is Derek.
He was an accountant. I see well-dressed, pinstripe suit, bowler hat, like early 1900s. And he lived in New York.
All right. And we'll do one more. Standing stones.
Well, I see him, and he's a nurse now, but I see him as a female nurse in World War II.
So Raymond brings up a good question. I asked one question for Karen. Are anybody in the chat connected? Because that's been brought up before. And I know the answer to this. Okay.
I feel like there's connections.
Because this has actually been brought up on another show. And they're like, oh, yeah, they are connected in past lives. Yes.
Yeah, totally.
And I was actually married to somebody before in a past life who was very intriguing and was interesting. And that came out on a show, and I was like, oh, wow. I was like, that was not expecting that, ladies and gentlemen. My face froze on the screen. I thought I was going to get stuck like that.
Wow.
But yes, that was interesting. And the other good question, do you see animals' past lives?
Oh, yeah.
So that was always something. And Lala just was wanting to know, is she connected to anyone in the room?
Yeah, quite a few. It's like we have like a tribe connection. We all have like a tribe connection.
Russ says, strange. My dad was a bookmaker. Bookie. I can't even say booker. How many woodchucks to check structure to check? I can't even do it.
How much would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck what? There.
Yeah, there we go. So yes. Okay. So we got everybody covered. I know, right, Penny? Thank you. I know, right? But that was interesting. So yeah, but I put Kelly Jo's information up. Down at the bottom, you can reach out to her and everything like that. Feel free to. She's always available.
And I'm available for private readings.
Absolutely. And Lala says, anyone owes me back payment from a past life divorce, I'll take that from you right now.
Really?
That reminds me of that song, the Louisville Slugger to Both Headlights. Remember that? Who sung that song? I take a Louisville Slugger to both.
Carrie
Underwood.
Yeah.
The four something. I can't remember the song. But anyways. But yeah. And don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, we got Lala Enchanting Insights with Lala. She got a heck of a lineup tonight. Country Road 233 coming up tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. She's got one heck of a lineup too, so tune in for that, ladies and gentlemen, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. So, D Clark, I'm thinking I'm going through a spiritual awakening. I need guidance if possible. Thank you. Her information's down at the bottom right there. Once it comes up, Kelly Jo at 10009@gmail.com, and you can get her at www.kellyjopsychic.com. Reach out to her and she'll get a hold of you. And ladies and gentlemen, it's been wonderful. And from coast to coast and around the world, we'll catch you on the next show.
Thank you.
Take care. Bye-bye.